the Okrika business, second-hand, Bale, is one of the oldest businesses in Nigerian history, and it is very lucrative. And it will remain that way for as long as this world exists. This business offers affordable quality clothing for Nigerians while creating a profitable business lifeline for vendors. Hence, Nigerians are in love with this business. It can guarantee you as much as 500% return on investment. Who wouldn't want to do that? The OK business has guaranteed level of profit margin. The products can never go to waste. In fact, it's almost impossible to run at a loss. This business is always in demand and is low risk. As an Okrika vendor, you are the connect between the importer and the consumer or the wholesaler. So you can come in between them, sell to them, make your own profits. They will sell, make their own profits, and the chain goes on and on. You can start with as low as 50,000 naira in this current economy. I'm not talking about last year, I'm not talking about 2 years ago, I'm talking about in Nigeria right now. You can start with 50,000 naira and you can do as much as millions. There is no cap to it. You can expand as much as you want, but please do not think of starting below 50,000 naira, because you're not going to get quality clothing like you want to. Not like if you have 30k you cannot start. However, you may have to do clearance sales. We are going to get to that in the later part of this video. But if you want choicy clothes that will bring you much profit, think of starting with 50,000 naira. Next is the steps to start our OK business. It's one step after the other. The first step is to learn the trade. That is, you have to learn the ropes of the business, research about the business. In fact, if possible, go to someone as an apprentice to learn how to trade, to learn the tips and tricks regarding Okrika business. There are places that they get certain clothes. If you are not used to it, you may be shopping in a place where you're supposed to use less money to buy. However, you are using more money to buy. So if you know all the nitty-gritties of the business, it will help you to scale through easily. Second is to prepare your capital or try raise capital. Somehow you just have to raise capital for your business. That is basic. And I told you before, at least 50,000 naira. You can raise as much as 500k, a million, 2 million if you have the means to. However, 50k is the basic. Find a viable location. Location is everything in business. Sometimes you may open a store somewhere and you think that business is not good enough. It is not the business, it is the location. So most of the times we need to focus on a good location. If you've been following my channel, you know I talk about location a lot. Either you go to a marketplace, right, or you go to a busy junction on the road, on your streets, especially streets that have lots of mothers, lots of working class. Niche your sales down to people who are in your environment. When you get your location, look at the people in that environment. If they are working class, then get lots of working class clothing. Start selling those and you will sell silly. If there are children, preschoolers, elementary school students, secondary school students, get clothing that fits people of that cadre. If they are university students, you know what to do. Get clothing that fits people of that cadre. Another thing is there are tricks to every business. So you must know the pros and cons to every business you want to venture into. Partner with Uno Road. You know what they say now, follow Uno Road. That is very important. For that, if you're looking into connecting with an importer directly, I have the detail of one of the importers at Arena. However, that information is not for free, okay? If you are interested in this information, please join my YouTube channel. Our membership is very, very affordable. There is where we give contacts of important vendors like this that are no scams. You know that I give you guys the real deal. You know that I share contacts with you for free. However, there are some contacts I will not be sharing for free. So please, you have to join my membership in order to be able to access it. If you're not ready to do that, you can also go out there and do your research and get contacts. I'm sure you will always find. So like I was saying, partnering with someone will always reduce your chances of making irreversible mistakes. We don't want to lose money. So don't say you want to keep 5,000 naira and then you're losing 50,000 naira. So if 5,000 naira is what you need to give someone in order to partner with the person, for you, the person to teach you the ropes of the business, please do it in order for you not to lose 50,000 naira and also be emotionally drained at the end of the day. Know the markets. That is another point. If you are in River States, Okrika market in River State is your point of deal. Of course, there may be other places in River State. I reside in Lagos State. However, I know that Okrika market is one of the most popular places in which you can get your second-hand Bale clothing. If you are in Lagos, you can access Arena markets. Arena markets can be accessed by lots of people on the mainland. There is also Answani markets. Is at Isolo. Okay, let me say that again. Arena market is at Oshodi. That is the army wife complex, something like that. So it's a very popular market. Then the Answani market is at Isolo Road. So you guys can access that. If you're coming from Mile 2, you're coming from Bagada and all of that, you can always find your way around Isolo. Then the Katangwa market, which is popularly known as supermarket. If you're coming from Songo, Abule Egba, Oshodi as well, Egbeda, Idimu, Ikotun, and the environs, you can access Katangwa market, supermarket, is one of the largest markets for second-hand Okrika Bale in Nigeria as a whole. So that market, you can find almost anything there. I'm not saying you can find human hair though, but anything second-hand. Then the Badagry market, because Badagry is close to the border, lots of people go into the border to get clothing, and then they cross over to sell at Badagry market. So things are relatively cheap over there. Then the popular Yaba Tejusho market. Okay, you know, Yaba is on this side, Tejusho is on the inner side, but both have second-hand stuff, especially Yaba market. All right, so somewhere inside the street is where the guys are now after the railway, right? And you can access your second-hand clothing, belts, shoes, and all of that. All of them are categorized as clothing, right? So you can access them in that market, and they are very affordable. However, some markets are more affordable than others. Like, of all these markets I've spoken about, the cheapest I can tell you about is the supermarket and Answani market, also Arena market. Then Badagry market is also, but it's quite far. So we are talking of people who are closer to the semi border. So, but there are other mini markets in Lagos State in which you can access second-hand Bale clothing. So it's time for us to learn about the grading of these clothing. Look at the clothes I have here. I brought these clothes in order for you guys to know the kind of thing I'm talking about. Now, there are clothes in Okrika grading that is as plain as this, labeled like this, and also tagged like this. Can you believe it? Yes, it is possible. So it's possible for you to get neat clothing like this in Okrika Bale. However, you need direct contact with importers in order for you to get that. That was why I said join my YouTube channel. Follow who know road is an advice for you. Let's go. Now, the grading we are talking about has to do with the neatness and quality of the clothes. Like, when you see fresh clothing like this, how much do you think you can sell? You can sell at any rate. And you know, there will always be designer clothing in Bale. In fact, some of the people rely on Bale clothing for their designer clothing because they know that the amount they are going to buy it in the market, you can't even compare it to the amount you buy it in second hand, right? So why will you not go for the best grades? Because the best grades, nobody can argue the price with you. You can sell at any price that you want at good caps and make real money. So it's good for you to go for the graded ones. But if you cannot afford the graded ones, guys, I'm not telling you not to start your business, okay? I'm just advising you on the best way to start that will make you lots of profits. And then let's talk about the countries. We have different countries for Okrika clothing. The first country for grading is UK. You will hardly find US. However, you can still find US, okay? Especially when you're talking about bills that come in directly from ports. Those ones you can find US. But you see, the ones that come in from the borders, you hardly find US. But you find UK. UK tops the chart. Then you find Europe. Then you find China. China is the least on the bucket. Now, China grading is quite low. That is, okay, even when you get the best of their clothing, the amount for the bill is still lower than that of the Europe and that of the UK or the US, okay? However, it doesn't mean that China is bad. Because it's cheaper, people who cannot afford to buy the UK clothing, the Europe and the US, settle for China because it is still neat. However, the quality of the clothing are different. I can show you that. For grading, there's something called premium quality. That is the grade A, either with designer label or without designer label. Sometimes they would have cut off the label, but sometimes you'll find real good label right there that you see that, wow, these clothing are real. And it's sometimes you have tags like this, like I said earlier, and have labels, like everything will be complete, stickers, everything will be there, and it is actually second hand. For one reason or the other, when they are doing sales, sometimes these clothes get out. We don't know how they get out, but they get out and then they are being sold to those who are doing Okrika business. Now, this premium or grade A are either used or unused, but they are free of defects. There is no defects, the colors are perfect, everything is shiny as new. Those are grade A. They are more expensive. Grade B are not that low quality, okay, but they are lower than grade A. There may be discoloration and there may be no discoloration. There may be little defects or there may be no defect at all. So they are in the middle. There is no exact expectation that you have of grade B, only that you know that grade A is better than grade B, and they are still neat, they are still okay, you can still enjoy them, okay, you can still get value for your money, you can still sell at a good profit, but not as much as grade A. Grade C is the one with defects, very low quality. They are the ones people do as clearance sales. You know, the clearance sales I spoke about earlier. Sometimes there are discoloration, They are even probably worn out, but people still need this kind of clothing depending on their own circumstance. So when I say clearance sales, I mean low quality clothing that are out of grade. Those clothing are being summed up together, like you are just cleaning the rest of the things you have, then you just give it to one person to buy and say, okay, just brings us so amount. All right, so it will be a mixture of different things. In fact, sometimes you see torn clothes there, people will go amend it and still resell. Okay, so that is how they do clearance sales. So with those kind of sales, you can start with 20,000, 30,000, depending on what you want. But if you want something beautiful and choicy, look for at least 50,000 naira capital to start. Now, where to sell or promote your products? You can either do this online or offline. There are people who sell a lot on TikTok. Yes, I've seen them. Some people sell on WhatsApp. They have a WhatsApp channel. Yes, that is true. And some sell on Instagram, while some sell on Facebook. In fact, you will see some people on YouTube here selling Okrika in Bale. And yes, all these are legit ways to sell. Meanwhile, you can sell offline to people who you meet one-on-one in a shop, in a marketplace, anywhere that you find comfortable for you. Advertise, market, and sell your products. In order to advertise your products, if you have lots of children in your environment, you have to be very friendly to mothers. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Let them be aware when they are passing. Let them not just close their eyes or start looking at where they are going. They need to look at your store. They need to know you exist. In fact, sometimes you're, hey, fine girl, Linda, what's the name? You know, just try to be nice, and then the parents will notice what you're selling. They will definitely come to you. If you're talking about working class people, notice them when they're coming from work. Say hi. Don't feel too proud to greet. And if you're working class, probably you're a 9-to-5er and you want to sell in your office, guys, people will patronize you. I can assure you of that, because lots of people are looking for affordable quality clothing, which the Okrika second-hand clothing would offer you. This Okrika business is one of the easiest businesses to start with little capital. Now, the do's of the business: check for stains. Don't make that mistake. Check for tears. Don't make the mistake of not doing that. Check for deterioration. Check for fabric quality. Check if the stitches are consistent with the seams. You know why? Sometimes some of our people in Nigeria go somewhere to go rebrand the clothes. They may just tell their tailor to help them cut and do this or do that. So if you know you want to be serious in this business, you don't want to take it to your customer and your customer is saying, this is not what I requested for. Check to see that both aligns. So check the labels for correct spelling. You don't want to see Tommy Hilfiger when it is Tommy Hilfiger. So you have to be very, very aware. Be woke. Like, what are the contents of a bill? You know, we already know that it has to do with clothing. Bags, shoes, clothes, leggings for women, bum shorts for women, chiffon tops and gowns, jeans skirts and trousers for women, suits for men and women, quadra and chinos for men, jean for men, children wears, complete baby wears. Capital levels. Let's talk about the capital levels. The basic level, you need 30 to 50k to start. For the intermediate, you need 100 to 200k to start. For the advanced, you need 250 to millions to start. So there's no cap to it. Just find somewhere to fix yourself and start doing your business today. This is one of the most profitable business, the best businesses in Nigeria today. You can make money online and offline through the Okrika Bale business. What are the locations for you? We have roadside, we have the open market. You can get a shop there, you can get a space, and then you mount something where you can sell. In fact, the good thing about the Okrika business is that you don't need to like get a shop downstairs. It can be upstairs, it can be the second floor, it can be the first floor. You understand? As long as you have good stuff, people will locate you. I must say I enjoyed every detail of today's video. Thank you very much for coming along with me. I enjoyed filming this video. I hope you got 1 or 2 lessons from it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop them down in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a like. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. I appreciate every one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. And until I come your way again, I'll see you in the next.